Corporate Nitro.
Corporate Nitro. Now listen here, Nitro gang. We are going on a nighttime vintage road trip. We saw a great deal on Facebook Marketplace. Free nitros. Let's go and see if we can get the free nitros. Free is the best price. If you've been watching the channel, if you know anything about corporate nitro, what's better than cheap RC? A free RC. All right, we got some Paw Patrol for the boy. We got some HSP. We got some Carson Rockwilder. Never heard of it, but there's an Offner chick on the box, so it must be good. And there's a box of servos or some crap. So what did we get? We got some vintage Futaba radios. We got a sickening Subaru WRX STI 22B single speed rally car. We got a 1/8 scale HSP monster truck full drive. We got some vintage glow fuel 18% oil. We got a nitro starter pack. We got a brand new roto starter. We've got a body shell for the HSP. We got a 2.5 horsepower four-wheel drive monster truck that hasn't been painted. That comes with Offner chicks and a bag full of nitro goodies as well. We got a lot of stuff. That was a good deal. What did we pay? Absolutely nothing. Okay, wow. Wow. We've got a brand new truck with chevrons. Isn't that cool? Unbelievable deal. Just please come over and take all my nitros. Even my brand new ones, because I don't know how to tune and I couldn't be bothered. The fact that it's got the blue aluminium anodized parts with the cutouts. Oh, a PT21 P3 from SH. Okay, so probably a 3-port 21, and that's looking amazing. This thing looks like it's probably been started once, and that's about it. Well, actually, the guy said he started it about 4 times, and then it didn't start ever again. So what I'm liking about this one already is the fact that it's got an aluminium tune pipe. What else can we tell you? All metal drivetrain, probably bearings everywhere. It's got support braces front and rear. This thing looks like it's built very well. I can't see any rust, just the tiniest bit of rust on some of these nuts. It looks like it's been in this box since 2007. So we're not going to have a hard time getting this one going. I like that it's got the waterproof air filter. What can we say about brakes? We've got twin brakes up front, twin brakes on the rear. We've got composite pads. What else can we see? A nice pull start. This one's probably C's. I'm not even going to bother trying to pull it now. So we're going to give that a good inspection and see if there's any rust on the inside of that engine. Radio box. Might have some batteries in there, might not. Okay, we've got some sulfation here. Yeah, we're going to have to throw these batteries away, and probably the battery holder as well. That's going to be rubbish. Any fuel for us? Oh yeah, we got some old nitro fuel in there. It's turned to sludge, and we got some rust stalactites hanging onto the breather screws here. Rust stalactites. Okay, and some of that rust is probably falling in to that fuel. So we're going to have to give this fuel tank a really good clean, because we don't want to have any rust. Bit of a leaf down the bottom there, not too much. Yeah, it's looking really clean. Servos, typical Chinese servos, just a clone of Futaba S3003. These are called E3003. Aluminium hinge pin retainers, front and rear, top and bottom. Wow. So what's the hardware? Is it Phillips head? Yeah, it is. It's all Phillips head. So what do you think about that? Please don't have batteries, please don't have batteries, please don't have batteries, please don't have... Oh! Yeah. Disgusting. This HSP Tornado looks absolutely brand new from underneath. Looks like it's been used once, and that's about it. Even the hex screws have got hardly a sign that a tool has ever touched them. Amazing. Fantastic. Really happy. We got a good score tonight, Corporate Nitro. Alright, let's see if we can figure out what's going on with this HSP Tornado 21 engine. it's completely seized, and hopefully it's not too rusty. So all we've got is a few drivers here, a few hex drivers. Let's stick them in there and see what's going on. Okay, so the head is off, the moment we've all been waiting for. How's the engine going to look on the inside? Oh my god, that is brand new. And we're at bottom dead center, and we're oily, and we've got no marks. Man, this is a brand new engine. Okay, so why is it so seized? There's no reason for this to be seized. Let's put a bit of WD-40 in there, or maybe even some after run oil would be even better, because I'm not even going to remove these seals, and I don't want the WD-40 to cause swelling. So I reckon just the heat of the hairdryer and some after run oil, I reckon this thing's going to spin. We've got some after run oil here. Going to put some in there. Make a nice little flood of after run oil. Next we'll get the hairdryer. So now the engine is nice and hot. Just going to put some gardening gloves on because I don't want to burn myself. See if we can move this flywheel a little bit now. Still very stiff. Just take this fuel line off. We don't need this. Well, I reckon it moved about 1 millimetre. Okay, it's turning now. Very stiff, but it's turning. And it's getting towards the top of the stroke. And it's locking up. Not sure if it's going to need some more heat. Probably it will. Okay, it almost pushed the sleeve out. Now it's going down. Now it's coming back up. Okay, we're turning it now. Back to the bottom. I think it needs more oil. Bit more in the carb. A bit more down the head. Oh, she's happy now. She is spinning now. We might even be able to use the pull start now. Yeah, the sleeves popped out. I don't know if you can see that, but the sleeves popped out. A little bit of dirt in there. I'm going to have to get that out. It's brand new. Amazing. Oh well, we got that fixed. Just a matter of breaking this in, I guess. It's going to be so tight, probably need a break in. The Tornado has got an AM transmitter. Let's have a look to see how many batteries it'll take. Okay, so we've got a lot of corrosion here. This is not going to work. We might have to remove this radio tray, and once we remove it, then maybe we can see a little Futaba plug or a JR plug going into the transmitter, and we can remove that. Maybe then we can attach a little 3S LiPo to get the 12 volts that we need here. So the first thing we need to do is start unscrewing this. Oh, look at that. Screws so rusty, it's just come off. Alright, so we can't do much with this. This is pretty much trash now. So we've got the Futaba 4PLS. We're not going to use the AM radio that came with this truck. We're going to rip that out, put in a digital receiver with an antenna, not the new ones that are for electric only. And then we're going to start looking at endpoints and idle gaps and all that stuff. Pretty good steering. Forward. What about idle up? Let's go to throttle mode. Idle up. Oh yeah, it's already set up. 11. Perfect. Alright. And what about failsafe? Turn the radio off. It goes to brake. Great. Sometimes people give me little bottles. Just assume it's air filter oil because of the shape of the bottle and the colour. This air filter is wasted, but for my purposes, for just starting it up, see if the truck runs on grass without dust, it's going to be fine. This is too floppy. It's going to hit the tyre. I'm not happy with that. We're going to have to make a little something here. Okay, so if that stayed there, we could zip tie that there. That's it. That's how we want it. 110% awesome. And now it can't hit. Alright, so next thing we need to do is check the condition of the fuel tank now that we know that the air filter is bad. And you can see the rust that's forming on the lid, on the screw, and inside the tank it's looking really green and black and looks like Slimer from the Ghostbusters is living in there. This looks terrible. We're going to have to give this a really good clean now. Let's take the fuel tank out so we can give it a good clean. Okay, we got the fuel tank out. We couldn't get it from the top because the whole shaft here, the whole standoff was spinning. So I just undid it from the bottom. This is easily the smallest clutch bell I've ever seen. There's only 10 teeth on there, and that is a pretty big spur gear. So with a 21 engine and a tiny little clutch bell and a big spur gear on a light buggy chassis, this thing is going to be getting quite light in the front end. So we're cleaning inside the fuel tank and the lid of the fuel tank to stop rubbish falling in there. I thought there was a screw here rusting up, but there is no screw unless it's already fallen into the tank. Oh, wow. That is not nice. The tank was in here. Look at that. Look what was in the fuel tank. What in the goddamn is that? What is that? It's hard. It's still full of gunk. It's got these like black balls in there. They're not coming out. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill it up with metho, and hopefully the alcohol does a better job than the nitro did. Yeah, give it a shake with alcohol, and maybe the alcohol's a little bit more abrasive than that nitro fuel full of oil. Yep, look at that. Most of the black junk came out. The alcohol worked better than the nitro fuel. Just got a little bit of few crumbs left in there. We'll do a little bit more with the alcohol. You know that things are getting serious when you got to take it to the kitchen to fix. 2 washes with nitro, 2 washes with the metho, then about 10 washes with soapy water, hot water. Finally got it looking pretty good inside. It's come up like brand new. The moisture out of the tank. So just putting it in the sun with the lid open with a bit of paper stuck in there. Hopefully all this condensation will slowly dry out of there. So I got the high-speed cleaning tool out and hit it against these 2 little pieces here. And now we can see those are actually screws that have so far rusted, they're so decayed, you can't even see the head of the screw. So that's what was in the tank. It was rusty metal. Okay, that's amazing. So I can use the screw extractor maybe to get those out and put new screws in, or maybe we'll just leave it now that there's not going to be any more rust, because I won't leave fuel in the tank like the last person. So we're not going to let an assassination attempt on some screw heads ruin this entire tank. We'll have to get Horatio Kane from CSI Miami to investigate who tried to kill this tank. Right, it's a nice sunny day outside. Let's throw a receiver pack in this tornado. That's 110% awesome, and see if this thing will even start up. Also, we need to select some fuel. I've got some 15% fuel here doing nothing. I don't know what the oil content is at all. I can't even guess. There's doesn't seem to be any indication what the oil content is. So I'm just going to guess it's about 10 to 15, which should be fine for a 21 size engine. 15% nitro might be a little bit low for a 21 engine, but since this fuel's doing nothing, I got it for free, might as well use it. A cheap car needs some cheap glow igniters. Alright, we just did a quick preheat with a hairdryer and we loosened the plug because the compression is pretty sickening. Not priming? Not priming at all.
I'm starving.
Yeah, as soon as we finish, yeah.
Now the engine is stalling when I give it full throttle. So what we need to do is look at the fuel line. Is there fuel in the line or is it just air? It looks like fuel. So we'll keep richening it until it stops doing this. But in the past what I found is that either a blocked carb or a bad fuel tank O-ring is the cause for lack of full throttle. The wheel just came off. It took 5 minutes using 2 iPhones with the flashlight on maximum brightness, and I finally found the 17mm wheel nut. That saves me about $12. Let's take a closer look at this Tornado. I don't think we've ever done it. So we've got an aluminium radio tray, aluminium top plate here. The air filter is completely waterproof. We've got aluminium knuckles, aluminium 17mm hubs. We've got no sway bar in the front, but we do have a sway bar in the rear, which is good for a monster truck. We've got aluminium shocks front and rear. Got a nice big bumper here. Very stiff arms. Plastic arms top and bottom. We've got adjustable turnbuckles for steering. We've got adjustable camber. You can't adjust the caster, which is fine. You can adjust the body posts. We've got an aluminium shock plate front and rear. Okay. We've got quad brakes, 1, 2, 3, 4. They look like plastic or fiberglass discs, not metal rotors. No center diff, which I know a lot of people will like on a monster truck. We've got aluminium brace front and rear. What else have we got? We've got 110% awesome. All right, we've got aluminium tuned pipe. We've just got this little silicon coupler here, not the best, but it'll do the job. Nice chrome header. We've got the SH engine, PT21 P3, which we saw today was a powerhouse, which has got an aluminium carb, which is great. The fuel tank is nice and big. Probably a 3 kilo throttle servo. We've got a 9 kilo steering servo. So when you look at it, the features are there. The adjustability is there. This is a buggy monster truck without a center diff, and I guess that is the reason why it's so light. And it was a lot of fun today in the park. We weren't you don't lose all your power to the front wheels via the traditional center diff that buggies normally have. I don't like this square shape for the radio box. I prefer a rectangle shape with a bit more length. That way you can put a longer pack in. I don't know why it's so wide for. All I've got is a little receiver, but a little bit more length would have been good. I could have put a larger battery pack in there. So as it stands, you can only put 4 AA's or a very small life pack, but the life pack has got power density on its side, so that's no drama for me. I can get 2 or 3 tanks no problem and still have plenty of power left in my pack. Which reminds me, I need to check the voltage of that life pack, maybe even give it a top up. That way we can drive this again tomorrow with the body shell on, and that'll be good to get a good video of it. But yeah, it performed well. This looks like a really quality monster truck. I've never seen anything like this before. There are no universals or any CVDs. It's all dog bones everywhere, and that's fine by me because there's no slop in terms of play. Like as soon as you move these, you know, I'd give it the tiniest little bit of movement here, right? And the center is moving as well. So you know there's no slop. This has been designed really well. It's been built really well. Let's throw a bit of Loctite on it. Make sure these wheels don't come off again tomorrow. And I can tell already this is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to break my heart to sell this one. Maybe I'll have to keep this one. We got the 15% nitro. We don't know how much oil is in here. We got the bin edition camera tripod. We've got the head warmer on, heating up the head right now, connected to an old motorbike battery. And we've got the Futaba 4 PLS, and we've got the jumps ready to go. And that means Junior Nitro gang will be passing us the Tornado body shell any moment now. So if you want to know why the engine just shut down, it's because the glow plug fell out.
Okay.
Out of fuel.
There was a tiny little bit of fuel left in the tank, so we're just going to let that fuel run out now.